First and foremost, I cannot freaking believe that it is the 19th of July and I'm sitting out here in a hoodie. It's freaking cold out here. And today it happens to be windy as you know what. But doesn't stop me from having a new cigar for you. This is a Raices Cubanas 1941 Nuevo Comienzo, uh, which means new beginnings. This is a totally random pick. I was at a shop. I was picking up some cigars. Actually, the one you probably watched recently, 724 review. Anyways, the guy at the counter said these were a good cigar, nice strong cigar. It looked good, and so I bought it. So let's see what we have here. Mm, smells like cinnamon, coffee, hay. It's pretty much what I get off of that. Dry inhale is some sweetness, almost cocoa, earthy, grassy, hay-like, um, and an interesting tobacco to it. Something I've had before, but I can't. I'm not super good yet at saying, this tobacco is a blah blah blah. Except maybe San Andreas, I'm getting pretty good at because I like them and I know them pretty well. But anyways, let's light this puppy and see what we got. Good strong nose tingle, verging on the edge of not unpleasant, but super strong. Uh, Definitely has light smoke and light mouthfeel right now. Yeah, definite cocoa and earth tones, hay and grass, or even I dare say some nuttiness. A little bit of sweetness there. Off the bat, not bad for a start. I know there's a long way to go, and there's a lot of stuff that could be uh, change and come about, but right now that's how it it seems, and I'm gonna enjoy it while I can. Let's see what the website has to say. 1941 Nuevo Comienzo, the story. 1941 Nuevo Comienzo, New Beginning, pays homage to Rome and Maria, the founders of the Raices Cubanas factory. In 1941 honors their birth year, while Nuevo Comienzo celebrates a new chapter for both the 1941 line and the Raices Cubanas cigars. Crafted with the same dedication and passion that built the factory's legacy, the 1941 Nuevo Comienzo delivers a refined balance of flavor and complexity in a medium to full body profile, offering nuanced subtleties layered within a bold, confident character. Uh, I'm going to have to go somewhere else at the moment to find some more information because they don't list wrapper and stuff like that. On this other site, it says that the wrapper is Honduran Trojes, Trojes. I have never ever heard of that. The binder is Honduran Jamastran and Nicaraguan Esteli. The filler is Honduran Jamastran and Trojes and Nicaraguan Esteli and Jalapa. So that's what I found out about the wrapper, something I've never heard of before. So since Raices and Trojes are both new to me, I thought I'd do a little research and see what I could find out. So, Trojes tobacco most commonly refers to premium cigar leaves grown in the highly regarded Trojes region of Honduras, known for its rich volcanic soil and ideal climate. In the broader cigar industry, the word Trojes or pilon also refers to a large pile of tobacco leaves arranged for fermentation. The Trojes growing region, located near the Nicaraguan border, the Trojes Valley produces some of the most sought after wrapper and filler tobaccos in the world. The microclimate and soil produce tobacco with distinct depth, complexity, and spicy or sweet leather flavor. The fermentation definition. If you heard the word used in a factory setting, Trojes is the Cuban term for a massive bulk pile of tobacco leaves, sometimes weighing up to 4,000 pounds, assembled for fermentation. In these piles, the weight and moisture naturally generate heat, which alters the chemical structure of the leaf, removes impurities like ammonia, and transforms it into smokable tobacco. So, like I said, I had never heard of that tobacco before, and I find it very interesting. Uh, I understand that most tobaccos are named after regions where they were developed or first grown or known to come from, and that those regions often give it levels of flavor and quality. But I know that it's also how they treat those tobaccos. You know, like they said, Trojes not only means a region where these tobaccos are grown, but it means a style of fermentation of these leaves, which is, you know, very interesting because you could do the same fermentation style with a different leaf, say a San Andrean, a Mexican San Andrean leaf, you know, but because of where they're grown, those two aren't going to taste the same, no matter, even if they're fermented exactly the same way at the same time, you know, sitting literally right next to each other in the same spot, you know. So it's a lot to know when it comes to uh, cigar leaf names because a lot of it has to do with where and how it's grown and how it's fermented and stuff that maybe I don't even understand yet. You know, how it's how it's laid out for fermentation. You know, or how it's washed. You know, could affect something. I don't know. So as I go along, I learn a lot more about cigars. Now, something else I wanted to look at was the Raices history. And here's what I found. Raices Cubanas, as the name suggests, was born from true Cuban roots. The Fábrica de Tabacos Raices Cubanas factory was established on May 5th, 2003 in Danlí, Honduras by Rome. Oh yeah, this name could be fun. Endemano and his wife Maria Lipa and his son Hugo Endemano. With a deep-seated heritage in Cuba's tobacco industry, the Endemano family continued their legacy in Miami before setting out to create something of their own in Honduras. Ralph Montero, also a native Cuban, came to the U.S. in 1970 and began working in his uncle's cigar distribution business shortly after high school. With family ties to Cuba, thriving pre-revolution tobacco trade, Ralph's passion for cigars has spanned decades, contributing to the creation of several distinguished brands. Path of the Andabanos and Montero crossed in 1998, forming a bond that has only grown stronger over the years. From that first meeting to countless collaborations, they shared a dedication to producing exceptional cigars. Today, we're excited to announce the official partnership between the Endabano family and Ralph Montero, bringing together their experience, craftsmanship, and heritage. We proudly invite you to savor every rich flavor and unforgettable moment within our premium lineup of cigars, crafted from roots that run deep. Smoke with us. Well, that's a little bit of the history of the Raices Cubanas. Uh, Again, we venture into something that is very, very fluid in a sense. Is families that are the cigar producers, they do the business stuff, and then there's the blenders slash growers, you know, who may or may not work for the same brand their whole life. Many don't. I know, like, I can't name a blender off the top of my head, but I know I've seen names on different brands associated with different brands. Anyways, the cigar industry is very complex in its business structure, as I've just proven with those two uh, bits of information about Raices Montero and the Trojas uh, leaf and style. Anyways, back to this. Be back in a bit with the mid cigar review after I enjoy it for a little bit. Halfway through this cigar here, and I've been enjoying it. It still has a good strong nose tingle. Uh, the Trojas tobacco creates an enjoyable nose flavor. I know I've used that term before. It's the only way I can think of it. Mouthfeel is slightly light, but definitely some creaminess to it. And as for flavors, a little bit of cocoa. Um, the spice I'm getting is like I just put one of those Red Huts cinnamon candies in your mouth. I'm getting a very cinnamony taste spice. And the uniqueness of that Trojas tobacco is very pleasant. I like it. It's something different, something I haven't knowingly experienced before, and I do like that flavor. See you at the end with the final numbers. Well, here I am down to the last little bit of the Raices Cubanos cigar. It's been a very, very good cigar. Good strong nose tingle uh, with great nose flavor. Good mouthfeel with a little bit of light creaminess to it. The flavor, the flavor has been wonderful throughout. It's still got that cinnamony spice to it, uh, and that Trejas tobacco is definitely different, unique, and I like it. Construction has been mostly good. There's been a little bit of cracking of the wrapper, so a little bit of touch up, but overall, no canoeing, no need to relight. Uh, well, I did stop talking for a bit to take care of something, so I had to relight it then, but it relit, no problem, nice and easy. If you want a medium to full cigar with a unique taste, I would say go get yourself one. I definitely recommend this. I probably will have another at some point. I'm going to give it a 9.0 or a 90 on the Wild Will scale. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and light them if you got them.